Alright YouTube, how goes it? Everybody out there decided to make a video because I basically have nothing to do. I'm waiting for my D&D group to come over. We're going to play some D&D. Well, I don't think we're playing D&D. We're playing a game somebody else invented. So we're fleshing it out, see how that goes. But I kept seeing all these 2021 50 best comics in my collection tag videos. And so I wanted to get in on it. So I went through and picked out my 50 favorite books based on either the cover, the character that's in it, maybe it might actually be worth money, or whatever, or sentimental value. So let's get into it, because this is probably going to end up being a long video. I don't want to make it too long. We're going to start with Amazing Spider-Man, of course, because I love Amazing Spider-Man. I'm a big Spidey junkie. It's the bulk of my collection is Spider-Man. So let's start off with this. We're going no particular order. These are not ranked 50 to 100. These are just my 50 favorite books in my collection. But we will be doing stuff backwards. So the newest favorite book I have is Amazing Spider-Man number 4. First appearance of Silk. The book's really, really hot right now. It's worth a whole lot of money. Which is great. Unfortunately, I'm holding on to it, and I have no other copies to sell. When they started back over, the M&M comic shop variant number 1. It's got Black Cat, Spider-Man, and Deadpool on the cover. The art's done by Terry and Rachel Dodson, who I absolutely love all their artwork. So that was a bonus at the same time, too. So, yeah, good stuff. Amazing Spider-Man 700. It's a variant edition. I don't remember which one it is, but it's got the New York skyline and everybody who's worked on Spider-Man up until 700. J. Scott Campbell cover for 607. I'm a huge J. Scott Campbell fan. You will see that trend in this video a whole lot. So J. Scott Campbell, this is Amazing Spider-Man 607. Cover he did for that one, 601. Cover he did for that one, the Mary Jane cover, and then 606, the Mary Jane Black Cat Spider-Man Kiss cover. Let's see, we've got 298, the first Todd McFarlane Spider-Man, and this is also the first appearance of Cletus Cassidy, who later becomes Carnage, I believe. I think it is, something like that. And the last one for Amazing Spider-Man is Amazing Spider-Man 252. We all know first appearance of the black suit. That is the most expensive comic as far as worth that I own, I believe, according to CLZ. Next, we'll go to Avengers. Only 2 books for Avengers. We have King Size Annual number 10, Avengers. First appearance of Rogue, and the oldest Avengers book I have, first appearance of Ultron, Avengers number 54. I think this might be one of the oldest books I have, period, to be 100% honest with you. Yeah, it's a beater copy, but I got it. Next, we'll go to Batman. We have Batman number 36 from the new 52. Endgame Part 2. I just absolutely love this cover. I love Greg Capullo's artwork. And I absolutely love this cover, Superman. It's incredible. You can't mention Batman without mentioning Jeff Loeb and Jim Lee. So, we'll go with this one. This is this is Batman number 619 from the first volume. Great Jim Lee and Jeff Loeb stuff. Number 457 of Batman. It's the first appearance of of Tim Drake as Robin, who is the current Robin. So that's his first appearance. And then we have the first appearance of Tim Drake, period, in 442. Just a cameo appearance, but it's not him as Robin. And then the oldest Bat book that I have is number 286, iconic cover. I should know this. Oh my god, I should know who this cover's by. Jim Aparo? Yeah, I think it's Jim Aparo. I love that cover. 2 Jokers, 1 Bat. Gotta love it. Wait, they made a movie like that. Never mind. I don't think I can talk about that on YouTube. 2 Jokers, 1 Bat. Let's go to Moon Knight. I have some David Finch artwork. My favorite Moon Knight cover. This is just based on cover. It's Moon Knight number 2. From... what year did this come out? I do not know. It does not say. It does say parental advisory. But yeah, I have almost this whole run of Moon Knight, David Finch. I love that artwork. Now we're getting into Spawn. Once again, some J. Scott Campbell goodness. We'll go with the one that just came out, Spawn Universe. Amazing J. Scott Campbell cover. Amazing stories inside. 64 pages. It didn't feel taxing to read. That is the key to big books. If you've got 64 page and 80 page books, they have to feel not like a burden to read, and it did not. 3 stories, they were all great. Spawn 250. This is the Greg Capullo, Todd McFarlane cover. I think this is I don't know if this is the A cover. I think this is actually the B cover, but I love that cover. Absolutely love both their artwork. Spawn of the Dead, 223 of Spawn. It's cover swipe for Walking Dead number 1. Of course, you have to have number 9, first appearance of Angela, if you're going to have a Spawn collection. And then I have Spawn number 8, which is a cover swipe of SpiderMan number 1 that Todd McFarlane did. Gotta love it. And then, if you have a Spawn collection, you have to have a very, very nice copy of Spawn number 1. First appearance, well, it's the first issue in the ongoing series. His first appearance was in a Malibu magazine, I believe, and I do not have that. Need to get that. Just in case people want to be picky. Let's get with Thor, some Thor goodness. Secret Invasion, number 3 of 3. Matt Fraction goodness, Secret Invasion, little mini series thing. I just absolutely love this cover. Thor, Beta Ray Bill, who is also one of my favorite characters, both on the cover. One's got, Beta Ray Bill's got Stormbreaker, Mjolnir. I love that cover. It's absolutely amazing. Who does the art on this? I don't know who does the art on this. I should look up stuff like that before I do these videos, but it doesn't matter. I'm assuming Braithwaite might have done it. Cover is amazing. I love it. Annual from the last Thor series. Story by Phil Brooks, a.k.a. CM Punk. I absolutely love the cover. I love the story inside. It's great. This is a hot book right now, and this kicks off Jason Aaron's run on Thor. I loved his run on a whole bunch of stuff, as you will see later. Thor number 1. First appearance of Jane Foster as female Thor. Copiel did a run on Thor, and I absolutely love the way he drew Thor. I thought it was great. Thor's got some beef to him. Got some, he looks just massive in his issues with the way he draws it. I don't know if you can quite see that well. It's a great thing. Absolutely love this cover. This is a Walt Simonson cover. This is Thor 342. I absolutely love this cover. Love Walt Simonson's artwork. You will see some more of that later. And then the oldest Thor I have is 134. First appearance of the High Evolutionary. It's the oldest Thor comic that I have. Alright, let's get to X-Men. We will go with the Volume 1 Uncanny X-Men / X-Men run. So let's get into this. You have to have Marvel and DC Presents Uncanny X-Men and the New Teen Titans. Artwork by Walt Simonson. For the cover, George Perez also works on this. So George Perez, Walt Simonson, 2 amazing artists. Love having that. This is the Scotty Young variant for Marvel Now, the number 1. When that came out, I had to get it. Thought it was a really cool cover. I like Scotty Young's artwork. I have a few of them, a few variants I can pick up here and there when they're actually feasible and achievable. This is Uncanny X-Men number 339 from December of 1996. And the significance of this, Has nothing to do with the cover, even though it is very awesome. Adam Kubert, why am I not surprised? It is very awesome, but this was the first comic book that I can remember buying. Now, this is not the exact copy, but this is one that I bought later. But I remember this being in the first group of books that I bought when I was a kid, and I started buying comic books for myself. It wasn't a friend of mine's that I read that he let me borrow. It wasn't, my parents didn't even buy it for me. I took my allowance. Walmart was selling comics at the time, and I picked this up, a Batman up, and a Superman up just to see what I liked. And I never forgot this. So when I started collecting again, I found this in a dollar bin, and I was like, oh yeah, have to do that, just for nostalgia. First appearance of Bishop and Uncanny X-Men 282. Got it for $1 at a Second and Charles. Now it's going for way more than that. And this is a really, really, really nice copy. Let's see. Uncanny X-Men 234. Mark Silvestri cover art. I just love that cover. It's freaking amazing. Gotta love that Wolverine cover. And then the oldest one I have is 164. Gotta love that. This is the group that was oh god, I'm blanking. Giant Size X-Men. So this is like, there's Colossus and Nightcrawler and Storm and everybody else. So yeah, good stuff. Good stuff. Kitty Pryde was in this. Wolverine. Good stuff. All right, now we're going to go to stuff out of the long boxes, which means I don't have a bigger run as this stuff. Dynamite Presents number 15, Red Sonja. Gail Simone did the story on that run of Red Sonja, and I absolutely loved it. I absolutely love this cover. I don't know if there's any other significance, but I just love this cover. There was a few variant covers that came out around this time that I absolutely love, but this one is my favorite. Her covered in blood, swords covered in blood, the way it's drawn, the popping of the red hair versus the blood, which is a little bit darker, which is great. Love it. We have Long Shot number 1, which is apparently a really hot, really expensive book right now, but I've just always been a fan of Long Shot. I never understood why people didn't always mention him. Arthur Adams artwork on this one. This is the first appearance of Long Shot. You got to have some Jack Kirby. So let's go with Commandy number 1. Some Jack Kirby awesomeness. Gotta love it. First issue, first appearance. Speaking of first appearances, we have Deathmate Black. First appearance of Gen 13. I was a huge Gen 13 fan as a kid. It's their first appearance. Found this, I think, for $1 at I think a Comic-Con. I think I found it for $1 in a dollar bin. These next 3 are Afterlife with Archies. I collected this run because I absolutely loved it. We have the number 6 variant, which I loved. The number 7 variant, which I also like the artwork on it. And then we have the number 8 variant, which is a cover swipe. Franchiavelli. I was going to mess up his last name. I absolutely love all the artwork I've ever seen this guy do. Love it to a T, and I love the cover swipe of The Shining. Whole homage to Jack Nicholson. Good stuff. Alright, let's get into the last little stack here, and then this will be it. Death of Wolverine number 4. I just absolutely love this cover. It was the death of Wolverine in this book. Quote unquote, death of Wolverine. As we all know, is not dead. Nobody ever dies who's a comic book character. We know this. I think except Quicksilver. Is Quicksilver still dead? I think he's the only one who died and actually stayed dead. And I don't know what that says. Because everybody else, Superman died. Well, if you believe Superman was going to die after he had won every fight in every comic book he had ever been in, then I don't know what to tell you. But Wolverine, of course, is not dead, but I got it. I really just love this cover. Got the whole set, the cover A's. X-Men. The only first run X-Men comic that I have is number 54, first appearance of Onslaught. I love Walking Dead. I have a whole bunch of those. So I got number 110 out. This just happens to be my oldest one. I probably have some. All the covers for these are really, really great. I love a lot of the covers, so I just couldn't pick covers. So I just picked the oldest one I have. I probably have a first appearance of somebody. I think I have the first appearance of Negan. I don't know. But this is definitely a first appearance, and this is a big grail book for me. It's a big key book for me. I cannot believe I have this in my collection. We have Transformers number 1 from 84. Number 1 of 4 in a limited series. This is what kicked it off. Transformers, G.I. Joe, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, He-Man. That was the end-all be-all when I was a kid. So yeah, I ended up getting this not too long ago, a couple weeks ago, something like that. I'm really stoked to have that in my collection. The New 52 run of Swamp Thing, number 23. I can't remember what the significance to this book is. It is supposed to be significant. I think it's worth actually a little bit of money. I just love this cover. Constantine, you have all the flowers, Swamp Thing. I love Charles Soule's run on Swamp Thing. It was really good. Sticking with Swamp Thing, we'll go with the oldest one I have, the last Bernie Wrightson artwork. Number 10, 20 center. I don't even think I paid $5 for this because at the time I had a discount at my shop because I had a pull. So I probably paid even less than that for it. I think I paid a couple bucks for that. And then we have my other Scotty Young. We have Jason Aaron's number 1 off his run for Star Wars. I absolutely love everything I've read that was written by Jason Aaron. He's about to start up on... Oh, God, what's he about to start up on? He's about to start up on something that I read. I'm thinking it'd be... I don't think it's Thor. It might be Thor. I don't know. He's about to start writing something else that I'm reading, and I could not be happier. And then my oldest Star Wars is number 4 from back in the day. And the last book that I'm going to show you is my SpiderMan number 1. McFarlane, his own ongoing Spider-Man series, because the man was that big back in the day to where Todd broke so many barriers for comic book artists nowadays, and I think it's really funny because a lot of people catch him a lot of flack, didn't like his artwork, wasn't their speed, didn't like his writing, this, that, and the other. He was the first guy to become a major breakout superstar on a book when he did his run on Amazing Spider-Man. He then wanted his own run on Spider-Man that nobody else had ever done. They gave him that. Then he went on to start Image, did Spawn, started Image. Image books right now, are really, really, like, everybody's all into some Image because they're creator owned. No one can tell you, hey, you can't do this. You can't do that. This person wouldn't do this. This person wouldn't do that. You can't write it that way. It is your baby. You can write it any way you want. And I think that really changed the comic book industry as far as how you do it. You usually do an indie book. Have a big label, one of the big 2 would grab you up because they would like your stuff. He made that not matter. So that's my 50. Hope y'all enjoyed it. I'm going to probably do this every year and see how it changes. I think this would be a nice way to catalog it and see how it changes over the years. So I hope everybody enjoys the video. Have a nice rest of your weekend. I'm gonna.